Hello, Monsters Abound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 3 of my Avelorn campaign. We're marching to the defence of Phoenix Gate. No Crucith, the Dark Elf Dreadlord, has marched on it with a fairly large force, but proceeded to then stand outside and just raid for a bit. So Alerialle has caught up with him and decided to put him out of her misery. Not that she's miserable, of course. She's always very, very happy. Very chipper. So we got some Black Ark Corsairs with handbows, so they're short-ranged missile infantry. Got some Dark Shards. We got Dread Spears. There's no Crucith at the back there. On our right flank we have Dryads moving in. Now we've got the Alerian Reavers, and we've got a nice big strong line with a retaken in the centre. We're opening fire, trying to concentrate down on their missile units. We've spotted the Shades. The Shades are very nasty missile infantry. Here comes the Ring of Khaine, which takes 5 seconds to fire off. And then, of course, the actual casting animation takes quite a while, so it didn't do quite as much damage as I like. But I hadn't used it before, so I've kind of got the idea of what to use it for now and how long it's going to take to use. So that's good to know. So their spear infantry are sort of dashing about. We've brought in a Great Eagle, so the spears seem to be moving back to try and attack that, which does mean that they're now target for our archers. The Alerian Reavers sort of ranging around behind the army, trying to get some of the Dark Shards if we can, or some of the Shades. We're going to concentrate our archer fire on the Shades, because of course the Shades are unshielded missile infantry, which means they're going to take a lot of damage from these arrows. You can see them going down very, very quickly. You do not want to have a missile exchange with those. You want to be using them to flank and fly into the rear of an enemy unit while they're fighting, ideally. Again, concentrating on these Shades, they're going to go down very, very quickly. It's a big blob of infantry as the Dryads, who I will give grudging respect to. They're actually doing okay. They've killed 40, so you know, it literally could be worse. And we're now firing on this little blob over here, trying to do as much damage as possible. They seem to be blobbing around our flanks, and there goes Murderous Prowess. Murderous Prowess, actually, I don't know if they've changed it, but it seems to make the Dark Elves ridiculously difficult to break. So wiping out the Dark Shards, though. Treekin are going careering into the rear of this blob of infantry. They're completely surrounded. They've taken a lot of damage, but they're still holding on. Meanwhile, the Alerian Reavers have finally managed to get around behind these Shades, and they're going to chase them down. As you can see, this unit took a lot of damage, but has come back to the fight. They've now received a nasty charge, but they're going to fight on. The Alerian Reavers are going to struggle against them. The Alerian Reavers seem to... I know they're shot cavalry, but I despair at the fact when you can throw some cavalry at a missile infantry unit, and they missile infantry unit wins. I mean, that shouldn't happen, surely. So we're going to concentrate on these big blobs. This big blob over here has been eviscerated by the Dryads and also massed archer fire, but reinforcements are moving in, but well, there's not many of them left. Another Eagle over in the distance. This unit of spears has taken quite a bit of damage, and this unit of Dread Spears is moving in to back up their brethren against the Dryads, but the Dryads have been, you know, doing fairly well. Again, it's grudging respect, and they're now going to chase those units down as the enemy army breaks. And as the enemy army breaks, the archers are going to concentrate on firing arrows into their squishy, unprotected backs. Poor old no Crucith. Yes, we are. Could take the replenishment, could take the money, but that would reduce the replenishment. unit experience would be quite nice, but I think the replenishment's probably gonna swing it. It usually does because it patches up your army. So New Crucifix has been defeated, and we get +5 leadership for all armies, which is very pleasant. Let's go and finish him off. Bop him on the nose with my staff. Job's a good one. And we will take the replenishment again. Why the hell not? And we've got a channeling staff. Well, I never. And we could potentially push in. I'm a little bit nervous that Safri do not like us. It is improving because we're fighting, so I mean, it might be okay. It might be fine. We might be able to get. In fact, let's have a quick look. So, we obviously want to keep Ulthuan on side and Tyrion. We want to keep Tyrion on side. So, how's that going? It's improving. He doesn't like trespasses or the great power. He's not too bothered about our trade deal with Kothic. He doesn't like Safri either, does he? What about Calador?
Greetings, fellow Asur. What brings you here?
Non-aggression pact. No? Okay. Well, I tried. I think that was the Scourge of Khaine's only army, because they're now currently at strength rank 120. Is it 120? Yep. They're currently strength rank 120, so yeah, I think that was their only army, which is just as well. Let's just pop back into our own territory, get our replenishment on. Can we? We're a little bit out of range for encampment. That's a bit of a shit. Can we get back into Phoenix? We can get back. That's just going to fully replenish us, and we do have a skill point. I think I'm going to go for. I would like to get some more spells because obviously Alerialle isn't. You can't really stick her in combat. She tends to get minced quite quickly. But that's what happens when you wear a white robe with not much armor. So let's get Earthblood to start, so we can start getting some of these abilities here. Shield of Thorns is quite a nice one. Shield of Safri is map wide. Oh, I see. So, okay, so for 9 seconds after casting, everyone gets 11% damage resistance, which is quite nice. And of course, Life Bloom just heals people. It's probably quite a minor heal, though. I don't know how much it is, but I remember the Tomb King's Law. What's that called? Can't remember. It's gone. But their sort of like ability for casting healed about 1 skeleton worth, so it wasn't really worth it. I mean, if you were counting on it, you know, it was a benefit, but was it worth a skill point? Yeah, debatable. Joseph has also got a skill point. I might give her. Do I want to give her an elven steed? Replenish troops. I think I'm going to go for an elven steed. The best of all horse breeds found anywhere in the world. Elven steeds are noble, intelligent, graceful, and swift. So there we go. And we can finally upgrade to the Gain Vale to an elven town. So let's do that. That's going to take 4 turns, but it's going to unlock some more building slots, and more importantly, give us the Elven Forge so we can get some Eagle Claw bolt throwers. Friggin' love artillery. These turns are nice and quick, actually. And that might be coming from my Wood Elf campaign, where things went a bit weird. I don't like to talk about it.
Faithful servant of Ulthuan.
Hello.
What brings you here?
A non-aggression pact. Yeah. You've surpassed yourself. This is most wise. Thanks.
Your hatred and malice will be your destruction, Druki.
Yep. Also arrows. Lots and lots of arrows. You want to give us some money for a peace treaty? I'm going to say no. I do not forgive easily. Well, yeah, should have thought about that before you attacked Phoenix Gate, shouldn't we? Now that Blood Voyage, I don't know where it is. It's probably on its way. Do I want to grab Tor Anlec now? What's the garrison here? It's probably not too... Okay, that should be easy to overcome. Let's head straight for Tor Anlec. We're going to grab it. It does look like he's recruiting... Ooh. Who the hell are you? A Supreme Sorceress. That's some natty headgear. I think you might have a touch of red eye though. Just FYI. I hadn't realised you could have Supreme Sorceresses now. Okay. How much money do we have? It's not too bad. I would like to get the timber mill. On the other hand, it's... Okay, how much are we trading? Let's have a look at our trade. So we are exporting... How much of our logs are we exporting? We're exporting 100% of our logs. So actually, we could export more. So, okay, let's upgrade the timber mill. And do I want to upgrade to the haven here as well? How much is the... The other one's, oh, that's really expensive. Okay, no, I'm going to hold off because I want the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. I really want the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. So we should be able to take Tor Anlec fairly easily. Hopefully. And we should be able to get a noble as well, who I think I'm going to send over to Bretonia to hopefully make friends. Hello, Harith. You want to... oh. Okay. Sure. No, I'm... Because that means you'll start liking the fact that we're killing them. I think you kind of like it already, but I think it increases. I think. Uh-oh. Hello. Okay, that's not as big as I was. It's not. I'm less worried about that. Okay, we've got the Invocation of Vol now. We've got Archery Prowess, Reload Time Reduction, plus 15% for Archers and Lothern Sea Guard units. And we've got Brayherds. Where are they? They're over in Nagarond. Okay, well that's no concern of mine. Oh well, I'm definitely going to get cartridge ammunition, whereby bolts and arrows can be stored for swift access when the ebb and flow of battle demands. Reload time reduction for Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers and reload time reduction for Tyrannok Chariots. Okay, so this is the mean old Blood Voyage, and to be honest, it's considerably less powerful than I thought it would be. I don't think that's even going to get past Phoenix Gate, to be honest. Phoenix Gate has 2 Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers, 2 Silver Helms, a Noble, 3 Spearmen, 2 Archers and 4 Gate Guard. Yep, nope, they're dead. If they even try it. So I think we're going to go straight for Tor Anlec. But let's see if we can, rather than siege them down, let's see if we can hit the Supreme Sorceress. They'll pull in the reinforcements. The Horn of Aisha, yeah, we can. You can keep that. They do have a sorceress, which means they are going to use Chill Wind. So I have to be cautious of that. But do I just want to auto resolve this? It's just going to be a fairly basic battle, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Light triumphs over darkness.
I'll take the experience actually. And Alerialle is a confident attacker. Cyrus is dead. And we are going to occupy Tor Anlec. Oh, we should have sacked it. Never mind. So what can we build here? The Black Citadel of Anlec. Anarion himself once sat upon the throne of Tor Anlec, making the city a focal point for Asur defences, public order, leadership, ammunition, and income from all buildings for all regions. Ooh, and a garrison of Dragon Princes and Gate Guard. Makes it pretty good. We also have a docks here, so that's going to increase our income, which is very, very nice. Okay, they have a settlement. Okay, they've got the Shrine of Khaine over here, so this is where you can draw the Sword of Khaine, if you want to. Alerialle, we're going to give you... Ooh, we can get some... Aisha's Blessing. Winds of Magic. A ward save. I mean, I don't tend to get her in combat, so I'm not overly concerned about that, but maybe Par's Protection, because that's going to increase, that's going to overcasting, creates an area of effect, so it's not just one unit. So like an area of effect get 30 armor and 27 melee defense, which means using that in a blob makes your blob a heck of a lot more sturdy, and then sort of helps with Earthblood, because obviously if they're not getting hit as often, then the healing has more chance to have an effect. So let's get that. And Joseph, yes you do. Let's give you unit replenishment. I kind of feel like getting down with that, because that's going to help us replenish as quickly as possible. Okay, do I want to go for Tor Anlec or the Shrine of Khaine next? I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, public order is a slight problem. Public order here is actually okay, I think, because I probably built the colonnade first off. Oh, we can also get a noble. Okay, it's not looking great. I'll be honest. I have insufficient influence. Didn't I get an event? Didn't I get an event? I thought I got an event. Okay. Let's have an intolerable ambassador. So that's what we, yeah. Indeed. We do. He is an absolute bellend. And that's who we're going to send to do some diplomacy for us. Let's get the... Oh, I didn't even click on the cartridge ammunition. Okay, let's get that. Money-wise, I think we'll have enough for the forge in 2 turns if we save up, and then we can get some Eagle Claw bolt throwers, which is going to be very exciting. I'm very excited about that. I'm not sure what happened to my influence. Is it fade? I have closed down the game and it did update, so maybe it's something to do with the early access thing. Right, what's the Blood Voyage doing? Where are you going? You're coming to attack me? Okay. Sure. I mean, I guess that's fine. Oh, you've got some of these Sisters of Slaughter with you. Interesting. Okay, well, we need to wipe out the Scourge of Khaine as soon as possible. So let's start by killing the Blood Voyage. You know what? I haven't actually seen the Sisters of Slaughter yet, so I'm going to fight this one just so I can fill them full of arrows. Taking their time, aren't they? Not in any rush. Probably tired from their long march. So here is the Blood Voyage. And here's the new Dark Elf unit, the Sisters of Slaughter. So they're kind of like Witch Elves, but they've got whips. And I think, if anything, they're wearing slightly less clothing. But at least they're wearing fancy hats. So that's, you know, that's good headgear. That's fine. Can't help but feel, again, like the Witch Elves, when you're on a battlefield, more is definitely more when it comes to armour. But we'll see how they fare. We'll see how they fare. They also have a couple of units of Dread Spears. There's their Dreadlord there. A couple of units of Bleak Swords as well. So nothing too fancy. And our army's taking a little bit of damage. But overall, not too bad. We've got the Dryads on the left flank and Alerian Reavers on the right. And we're going to open fire. Looks like that's Joseph putting an arrow in some unfortunate Dark Elves' hand, which apparently has killed them. Good stuff. And the Sisters of Slaughter slowly meandering their way towards a lot of arrows. Yeah, I mean, some form of shield, even some trousers would probably be good. I think, you know, literally anything. So they're not doing so well. They've already, yep, there we go. Lot of them dead. Some of them are going to survive though, and I think they are unbreakable. Yes, they are unbreakable. In fact, this entire army is unbreakable. Something I didn't notice during the actual battle. I've just twigged it. I wondered why they didn't run away. That makes sense. So we basically have to kill everyone because they will never break. So here come their dread swords and spears straight into our line. Here comes the Ring of Khaine. I mean, I kind of know what to use it for now. In we go. That's going to do a lovely bit of damage there. In comes the Phoenix. Whoosh. Dark Elves go flying everywhere. And I get a little bit excited about it. Alerian Reavers. I was watching the Phoenix, so I wasn't watching the Alerian Reavers get charged. But they are making a useful distraction for the Dread Spears, which is, you know, pretty much all I can ask for the Alerian Reavers, frankly. So Treekin fighting some Bleak Swords, and again these units are going to have to be all killed. They're all unbreakable. They are not going to break. They all have to be butchered. Alerialle there dropping Healy spell. Next, Par's Protection, so more melee defense and armor for our units. The Dryads up to 5490. It's not too bad. They're hitting around the flank, and actually, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I'm a little bit stiffy about Dryads, but you know what? Not bad. In come the Alerian Reavers into a nice rear charge there. Bleak Sword's going to take a lot of damage. Alerian Reavers going to stay there for a little while and then back out and do it all again. Our right flank's doing pretty well, and we're concentrating all of our archer fire on the enemy lord, who has been expertly firing shots mostly into these trees for some reason. I'm not sure whether he thinks maybe they're tree men or something, but he's been very focused on killing the trees. It's impressive stuff, and now we're very focused on filling him full of arrows. Yeah, he's full of arrows. He's going to die. Dryads have racked up 26 kills currently, mostly apparently just having a little bit of me time, just enjoying the flowers. You could maybe get in there. Here comes Murderous Prowess. The enemy lord has finally been filled full of arrows. There we go. Alerian Reavers doing some fairly good cycle charging. Some have got stuck here. They don't want to get out of combat apparently. And of course we're just healing them up where we can. Come on lads, get out that. Come on. Come on. There we go. What about you? No, you're busy, are you? Okay, don't worry about it. We'll just charge without you. And we go, nice little charge. I do think their little green hats look really bloody stupid though. Just saying. So we're just going to hack the Dread Spears and Bleak Swords? Bleak Swords, Dread Spears and Bleak Swords. I could never get that right. It was all, there we go. Yeah, Bleak Swords and Dread Spears. Just gonna keep just chopping them down, and then Alerian Reaver's gonna back out that fight. Take a little bit of damage each time, but yeah, that's a risk I'm willing for them to take to try and just kill these bloody Dread Spears. Dryads are racked up 38 kills. We finished off the units on the other flank. Basically, we're just chopping these guys down. There's only a few left. I think he's just the one left. No, there's two. This is one of them. Can you Poke him. Poke him with this. Don't let him just chop you. Give him a poke, for Christ's sake. What are you doing? Finally, there we go. See? More of that, please. That, perfect. There we go. Only took a couple. And then finally an ever-evaporating little circle surrounded by spearmen and Alerian reavers.
Forward! Onward! Quickly now!
Well, you have to give it to them. They have a real go-get-em attitude, don't they?
Your life is mine.
I'm going to execute the captives for more experience, I think. Because we should be able to replenish anyway. So Blood Voyage is dead, and Alerialle has a bard. The history of the High Elves of Ulthuan handily converted to rhyming couplets for ease of consumption. That's how I like my history.
Alerialle the Everqueen.
Okay. Do we want to march?
Further onward.
If I go there, I'm still going to replenish, but we're just one turn away from taking the Shrine of Khaine. So we're going to go there and grab that next turn. However, Alerialle does have a skill point. I kind of want to get Aisha's Blessing because more Winds of Magic, more good, right? I think so. But an Elven Steed might help her if she gets into trouble. Because she's currently on foot, so if something big and nasty comes at her, she's going to struggle to get away. So an Elven Steed could well save her life. On the other hand, the Shield of Safari. Okay, we'll get the Elven Steed, the best of all horse breeds found anywhere in the world, of course. Let's go and grab that.
Light triumphs over
Lovely stuff. Hero not moved, of course. Athis, who is our intolerable. Yep, no one likes him. Literally no one likes him. He's going to go over to Bretonnia, see if we can get some friendly trade deals with these guys. So off you go. Try not to piss anyone off. What am I saying? Of course he's going to piss people off. And we've got one more turn and then we can get the Vol's Elven Anvil, sorry. Not Vol's Anvil. That's down here. Also in Avelorn and Nagrond because apparently elves don't know what else to call their cities. So there we go. That's where I'm going to leave this episode. Next time we're going to grab the Shrine of Khaine and hopefully finish off the naughty elves that have turned up on Ulthuan. That should then hopefully really improve our relations with the rest of the High Elves. So very much I feel like the best option. So there we go. So thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time.